Start recording here in a second. All right, we are recording. All right, so let me go ahead and just share my screen of what we got here. We'll share my windows. I guess just let me know when you can see my screen.
You're good. We can see it.
Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I just want to make
Oh,
sure.
hello.
Um, Alrighty. So yeah, as Nancy said, just looking to see if we can give an effective prompt to AI here to see if we can just give us some description, talk a little bit about like what do we want to shape our community as, and I think we have a good knowledge or depiction in terms of what we're going to go towards going forward. I kind of want to brand it as like we're thinking about of like a video game style kind of logo. So we were brainstorming some ideas that we've had before. But we want to kind of emphasize that this is a community that's dedicated to allow others to grow alongside you, right? So we're all a very fun, very engaging community where we want to kind of share and collaborate ideas with each other. But not only that, we do want to ensure that everyone is knowledge and understanding in terms of how we grow for the long term. So I did a couple of things. I actually kind of hinted a little bit of our revamp logo just a moment before. So this is the one right here that I was able to generate based on everything that I wanted to give ChatGPT, everything that I've kind of envisioned for our rebrand here. But what I'm going to do, and this is probably new to a couple of folks that are chiming in now, and as well as those viewing the recording. But OpenAI, the founder and the owner of ChatGPT, has this thing called the prompt optimizer. And I'll be glad to post this in the community forum as soon as we're done with the call here. But this prompt optimizer allows you to kind of give a defined role to AI so it can then give it the visualization on what it needs to do in regards to the task that needs to be done. So my original prompt that I provided, which you could see right here in the first screen, gave it a little bit of an emphasis of what it needs to do in terms of how do we originally create our prompt. So I just gave it a just basically one paragraph of everything that we want to entail in our logo, and it was able to optimize it a couple of times in order for it to say, hey, this is exactly what we're going for. And as you notice, I revamped it a couple of times, which I will actually do again. So one way you could do that is, and actually we might as well just start from scratch. Let me just close this. We'll copy this one first, just so we have it. Close this and start over again. So yeah, so new prompt, we'll just create not a chat prompt, but I'm gonna go back to the optimizer. Sometimes I have to do that. 1 second. Yeah, and I access the prompt optimizer from here. And this is the original prompt that will get you. So here, for prime example, we want to illustrate that this is a graphic designer. Yeah, excuse me for Grammarly here, it just popped up all of a sudden. Instead of beginning with a concise checklist, I just want to go ahead and tell it, hey, please create a logo for everything that we want to do for our um, image that we have for the AI Creative Better Hub. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this and optimize. It may take a couple of minutes here just for it to understand the context and to be able to structure it in like a what's called a markdown format. So allow a lot of people to kind of organize their prompts in certain sections, and it gives it like a native language to AI in order for it to understand the full context of what it needs to do. So not exactly sure what's going on here. It didn't seem to optimize this version. Let's see if I hit optimize again. It should be able to give me the hierarchical markdown format, if you will. But let's see.
And of course, as we're live, it doesn't wanna, like, do anything.
Yeah, I know, and it's just it likes to work on its own. It has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite confusing at first. I mean, we can illustrate that. So if we take that same prompt and now it goes.
Oh, there
So
it goes.
there it goes. Let me do a couple things. Ah, gosh, I'm having a struggle here. Let me copy this guy. We'll go to our original here. I was going to copy and paste the original prompt that we gave it, so it could create the. Wait a second. Let me stop this. I'm not sure why it's. That's interesting. Because it's going to return back with like the 3 7 bullet points that we want to emphasize for our design. So I do apologize. It didn't seem to create the image that we wanted to. So let me get rid of this sentence here. Here we go. Oh, wait a second. Last second. Focus design on this level should feature. Oh, I see. Yeah. So how to optimize it optimized it to be like a descriptive prompt, and then it optimized it to go ahead and just kind of give it the hierarchical version of that prompt so that it could then just give me the description of the image that we're looking for. So here you can re-optimize your prompts by just kind of giving the certain use cases, particular issues that you found. So here I'm just going to describe, just want this prompt to be optimized to go ahead and create the image for me as soon as I copy paste into Java. Hmm, okay, interesting. It still has the brief estimates, but let's see if I copy that from here and I paste the optimized prompt in here. Certain instructions, we go ahead and just get rid of the immediate bullet points to tell it that we need to immediately implement these concepts in the logo image. Logo image meaning after concept checklist. This should be able to go ahead and create an image for us. Let us see. There we go. Sometimes it takes a couple times in order for it to understand everything. But yeah, as soon as we generate an image here, probably have a good idea of what we want to do with the logo for our rebrand. Like I said, might not be perfect immediately, but we could just continuously optimize it as soon as this is done for us. And I want to also check out another tool as well that Delancey has referred me to, or actually, I think I referred it to her, and then she was
You
able to
did.
use it herself. Yeah, yeah,
You
um,
referred it to me, and then I, referred it back.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly how it works. Um, but yeah, we'll try that tool as well because we can give it like certain um, themes for like the image. So if you want to follow a certain color scheme, that we could probably generate here as soon as ChatGPT's done, and give it effective prompts in order for it to be able to accurately depict everything that we want in the image. We could do that with Wisp. Let's see here. Still creating that image. Might take a little bit of time here. Not too much though. Oh man, it's not going to give me the image. That's awesome. It literally created an image on the bullet points that I had for it, but I mean, the image itself is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kinda cool. You could run it through the other one and just have it pull that image probably.
Yeah, probably. Just going down with that. That's there. Let me expand on this. I'm going to remove this. Give it the upload image. I'm going to give it a customized prompt for Whisk here, which I'll also state in the comments later in time. These were a couple of concepts I was messing with before. So let me go ahead and get rid of these for right now. So here I'm going to get the custom prompts. So based on the style of the image that we have provided. For us to generate an image or a logo for our emphasizes that we want to be a collaborative, insightful community, shares knowledge, and or I guess I say as well as um, secretary, I'm not sure how you spell that, of our interconnections. So, you know what, I would like to view to remove text and just display the image of our logo given the theme that already exists. That's done. Image. If I could type, oh gosh. See, let's see. I mean, if we could get rid of the text on the one on the left here, I think that would be a really good one to use. What do you think about that, Delancey?
This is your brand, your business. I
Yeah.
would say the lines on that are a little bit small. Like if you zoom your screen out and you look at that, like if you put
Mm-hmm.
that in an Instagram icon, it's gonna be hard to see. Um,
I see.
so I would suggest your lines be a bit um, more substantial, if that makes sense.
I understand. So let's see here. The lines seem to be more substantial.
I would ask it to simplify your design.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. See. This is like yeah, so actually a minimalist monochromatic high contrast logo with clean vector lines. The solid navy blue, central graph is centered in like off like topic and beige.
It also
Yeah,
doesn't
so
look
this
like
is
X codes are working, so I would maybe get
Yeah.
rid of those because it's not using the colors you're asking it to.
Yeah. I know.
Like, that's
I
not the
know.
same color.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, if anything, it's adding the text in there to say, "Hey, this is the exact color you asked for." I'm like, "Yeah." Didn't need to show that out. Yeah, so I'm just reading this text here. I'm just trying to see if I could simplify it because I can automatically regenerate this image um with the revamp prompt. Let's do style hands. We'll get rid of that. So people okay, top the one accessory accepted business other sizing collaboration, share knowledge. Yeah. So let's see. Let me see. Hmm. So I like to get rid of the gear icons as well. And I think this logo is still like kind of small in terms of, if you were to put this on your IG profile or like the icon of your school community, it might not be visibly legible, meaning like it wouldn't be so high definition. I don't know,
I
and
like where it's going, though.
yeah, this is a good term so far. I hate that it keeps including the text. Just definitely say please include the text. Quality, HD. No external or let's see. Yeah, for everyone who's joined in, I'm not able to see who's joined in right now. So if you guys have any questions or anything, just feel free to kind of shout out at any given moment as we're trying to do this. Um,
There has been a request to drop the prompt in the chat, so I think when we figure that out, copy and paste
okay.
it and throw it in there.
Yeah, let's see. We'll go ahead and check that real quick. Oh, hey everyone. Yo, yo,
Infinity
yo.
mirror. I love infinity
Yeah,
mirrors.
yeah, yeah. Yo, look at this. That's awesome. Infinite screen. I love it. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys have seen already. Um, I mean, for the looks of it, Delancey, this looks like a really good one. I mean, I personally would enjoy using this for a
Yeah,
logo
no, I
going
like that a
forward.
lot.
Yeah.
Download that and see if you
Let's
can
see.
do one more iteration. Like, I would are you in, what is it?
I don't.
Um, refine? Are you in refine mode?
I believe so. Yeah, it's like I can continuously refine from here. Oh wait,
Hover
no,
that
I'm not.
yeah, click refine, and then
Okay,
just
here we
tell
go.
it
Here we
the
go.
difference that you want. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. So I would
Um,
say to, simplify this and make the lines thicker and all the same width and see what it
let's
does.
do this. Let's see. Different and of the same size. Let's see here. Let's see. Hmm, I don't think I.
Closer.
Yeah, I was like, I
I
didn't really
wonder
do
if
anything.
ask it to make all of the lines, um how big is this picture? Ask it to make all of the
That's a better
lines
question.
10 point. So 10 PT. Ask it to
Yeah,
make all the lines 10 point and see what that
let's see.
just see what it does.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I don't know if that will do anything or if it will even acknowledge it, but I wanna see what I wanna see what happens if you give it direct instruction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, that's kind of part of the pain points that we want to solve is like sometimes it takes trial and error in order for you to understand what goes on exactly. I mean, that seemed took the two differences. I see a little difference. I mean, it did
Yeah,
thicken some of the image, but not to a full extent, right? Um,
yeah. I
yeah,
had to when I was doing mine, I had to, like I kept having to delete the ones I didn't like, and then I would tell it to, like, keep everything exactly the same except this thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, but that was
yeah,
just in my,
yeah.
like, image generation when I was playing with it. So, I don't know, you know more than I do about AI.
No, I mean, no, I think that's a good way of saying it, right? It's just understanding how you can phrase the words for AI so it can then have the depiction and the understanding on what it can do. I don't think it even scaled the image for me. So I guess this is going to be good. I think this is a good image. I can download this for you and share it. I wonder if I could share it here
Yeah,
in the chat or I might have to go into our community forum. I guess I'll go to
yeah, go ahead
community.
and do
Let's
that, and
see
then
right
I'll see
there.
if I can
Yeah, yeah,
pull it
yeah.
and make edits.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Where as a PNG. Looks like that's what it downloads automatically as a PNG format. I think that should work, right?
Yeah, PNG will be
There we
fine.
go. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Cool.
Alright,
Alrighty. So, yep, shared that with you. I think that
perfect.
is good. And then now I'll give the floor to Delancey to kind of show us how show us how Canva works. I'm actually intrigued myself to kind of learn a little bit more about what you do.
Alright, let me pull up your message and steal the, download. Perfect. Okay, and then this, and I want that. Cool. Yay!
Yay. Awesome.
Can everybody see my screen? Is it working
Yep. Working
properly?
perfect. Awesome.
Perfect. Alright, good.
Perfect.
Um, so I would like actually, go back over here, and I just want you, please. Thanks. You can go over here. We don't need any infinity screens right now. Okay. So, um, we we had a call earlier, just Colton and I to kind of like break down exactly what he wanted, so we didn't, spend the whole call figuring it out. And then he just kind of walked you through his process and found a better image um, to use. So I'm gonna stick that in here. Is that it? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see how I can edit this in Canva. So Canva does this cool thing now where you can, and it's hit or miss sometimes, but you can change the colors that it finds and pulls from the PNGs. Let's make it pink. Let's see how pink it makes it. Yeah. So, like, it's got this blue and it tries to tell you that you can change it to whatever you want, but it really just puts kind of an overlay. So it wouldn't quite give us the color that we want. Um, so how do I want to make this? Let's do this. Let's do background remover and hopefully it should. Yeah, perfect. And then that gives us the line work without the background. If you don't have the paid subscription of Canva, I'll show you. You can do a background remover, but it's not going to be right here. It's going to be in apps. I am freezing. Hold on. Let me turn the heat up in this house. Otherwise, I'm going to like die. Okay. There we go. It's going to be warm. It's going to be great. Um, so you go into apps and you just search background remover. I think the goat one might be the one that it is. No. Okay. No, go away. Apps. Okay. I think it's the one with the goat. Yeah. So you'll have to download your file or re-upload your file, and then you can download it that way. So if you need to, you could just make it the whole screen, download it, and then remove the background, and it'll do it for you. To save time, I'm not going to show you how to do that because we've got our background removed here, so we're good. Um, so we went through a process of figuring out which fonts Colton liked for his business. This is just, I don't know if it's Montserrat or Montserrat. I think it might be Montserrat because it's fancy. But we didn't want plain Jane font. We wanted something ever so slightly more entertaining. Um, so we started going down the rabbit hole of like kind of robot, kind of computery looking fonts. These are a couple of the ones that we ended up liking. And then we played with it a little bit. So I ended up playing with the layout of the logo as if I had something to put in there. Um, so like we'll plop this guy in here now. So you could do something like this. But this is not optimal. The layout isn't great. This is a cool thing we found, but an issue with a font like this is that when you try to put it on, like, say you wanted shirts made, this would not make good shirts. If you wanted to outline this, it's not going to outline very easily. So I would avoid fancy fonts like this in creating a logo unless you're always going to have something like if your logo is AI Creative Builders Hub and you always have it on this circle. Ba, ba, ba. Like, if this is your logo no matter where it's going, then sure, do this. Because if it's always going to be printed on a circle, do whatever you want. But if you want to be able to make your logo dynamic and you wanna be able to, like, outline this and remove the middle or anything, avoid fonts like this. Okay, I've spent long enough on that. Um, this is a font that we found that we liked, but it wasn't quite there. And then this is the one that we landed on for his brand. We think it fits kind of the vision of what he's trying to do, bringing the like computery aspect, but still keeping it kind of light and fun. I just found a random brain. I found a random brain on Canva and we stuck it in here. It can go in now.
Yeah. Now we
um,
have our own brain.
yeah, now we have our own brain.
Yeah.
This is just a thought, and you can tell me, "Nope,
Hmm.
that's a cloud. Nope, bye."
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That's a cloud. We could do something like this,
That would be
uh,
cool. I think
and
I would like that.
let's see, that's too much. We could do something like this.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's fire.
I want this closed though.
Mhm.
Hmm. Oh, that's just a line. Let's do that. Let's see if we can do it. We can have AI redo it later and make it look better, but for right now, I'm just
Absolutely.
gonna find a line.
Mhm.
We're gonna pretend elements recently used. Please just give me a line. Why did you move everything? Weird. Yeah, just give me a line. Shapes. There we go. Line. That's all I want.
There you go. There you go.
That's all I want. Um, so with these lines, you can edit how it's shown up a little bit. You can round the points, which I'm gonna do here at first just to kind of blend it a little bit better. And then I'm gonna try to match the width of this so it's not too terribly weird. Um, that looks like 8 point. Nah, it looks like 6 point in Canva. It's about right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's the color. And yeah, we'll run it through AI to make it look better. That's all right. I
Mhm.
like that. But again, it's your thing. So do you like that?
No, that's really cool. That's really cool. And I think
Okay.
we can most certainly utilize AI to change the coloring too, because it doesn't necessarily match with like the font that we have there too. I'm just
Oh no, it will.
that's
I
my
just have to
ADHD.
change.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better. Simple as that.
All better. Um,
That's pretty cool. That is cool.
same. Okay, cool. So we ended up at the end of the day, well, at the end of the like hour, um, we ended up with these fonts, and I have spaced them so that each of the letters is roughly the width between the blanks in this font that we found, to keep spacing consistent among everything. Um, and then the words are spaced pretty equidistantly. Um, I will push to make these lines thicker when you run it back through again,
Mhm,
just to see
mhm.
what that does. Let's
That
see.
was
This
the
is gonna be
concept that
cool
we're
though.
going for. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
cool.
Now that's pretty cool. I like
I
that.
like it.
Yeah, I like it
Um,
a lot.
I also ended up rearranging the letters here too. And when you're building a brand, especially something that you're going to put your name on and you're going to put your name on it for a long time, you want to spend the time to do this. You want to play with it. You want to play with the fonts. You want to like it. You want to like looking at it because you're going to be looking at it for a long time and you're probably going to be printing it on things. So if you don't like it now, you're not going to like it in 6 months
Yeah.
or a year or whatever.
Right.
So make sure that what you do when you're building your brand you enjoy at the onset, um, so that you're proud to show off your brand. And then you can continue to build off that. Like you could do what's one of your course names, Colton?
So just a simple one. Just start here.
Okay.
That's literally the first course that everyone's going to now. Oh, fire. Yeah, that's pretty
So
cool.
here you could do you can double click on these little bars and it'll close your box all the way. So you don't
Okay.
have to you don't have to make it weird.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
fun facts, fun Canva facts.
Yeah, yeah. Very useful. I mean, I'm sure everyone here like to get away from the overpricing of Photoshop and see how they can do everything with Canva.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. And like somebody asked a question in my community, like, should I use Canva? When should I use Canva? And basically, the answer is if you have assets, like this is an asset, right?
Mhm.
If you have these and you aren't trying to make them, use Canva. It's so much easier. They've got, what is it? Clip art, not clip art. I mean, they have clip art, but stock. There it is. They've got stock photos in here for you to use, like all over the place. There's so much stuff. Um, and it's what, 15 bucks a month, which is not bad. It's
Yep.
14.99 a month. Um,
That's nothing.
okay. So yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, you could just use AI Hub on for your bookends and then just do your courses. Like, hey,
cool.
start here. You could even like, I don't know, turn this sideways.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. That's actually pretty cool.
This B is too much. You can also move things on a line without moving them up and down by pressing and holding shift when you move it.
Okay.
Um, I want you to be smaller and I want this. Okay. So even though I'm resizing everything, I'm still trying to keep my spacing relatively consistent. So if that means I adjust it, then I adjust it, which is fine. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I like the state for the people on the call here as well as in the recording. Not a lot of
Mhm.
stuff going on with AI here in this call for sure. But this is like, a lot of these things that we need to think about in terms of creativity, we just need to have that outside the box vision for things. So for me, just to see you kind of do these illustrations for us here on Canva, that just kind of makes me think a little bit outside the box, right? It kind of express my creativity a little bit.
For
So
sure.
yeah, yeah, and then whenever we go to AI for like effective prompting or like to help us build whatever we need to build, it's good to have these kind of thoughts and visions in order for us to kind of, give it the effective prompts that we need to give. So
Right.
this is
Well, like,
this is a
and
really
one of
good
the things
illustration
that,
you're doing for us.
oh, happy to, yeah, happy to do it. One of the things that
Yeah.
you should also keep in mind when you're doing stuff this is that you're allowed to play. Like,
Mhm.
you're not all business. You don't, you are trying to get something done, but you don't need to focus on getting the thing done. You need to play with it, have a little bit of fun. If you think of something, try it. Like where did it go? I got rid of it. Um, while he was doing the AI thing, because I had already been there for it, I just started playing with the logo, and I like made the I what did I do? I did what AI what do we call it? Creative build. That's right. Creative builders.
Just like that.
And I went to effects and I made a circle and I was like, what does this look like? What would it look like with the brain in the middle? How can I, make it a different size? And so I would just like, if you have an idea and you're like, maybe this would look cool, try it. And maybe it doesn't look cool, but then you learned that you don't like that thing and you're not sitting there going, man, I wonder if I should have done it this way. Like, it's always best to try it and say, no, that didn't quite work, than to not try it and not quite like your logo, um, or your branding. It's not all about the logo, it's definitely about the branding. So, this can be used on all of your stuff. Like, you can just have this template, put your, course titles in here and play with your spacing, play with your letter spacing, play with your word spacing, and then have a consistent brand branding kit basically that you can utilize throughout your school. Um, so I think I think we're here. Do we have questions from
Yeah.
anybody? Uh, the brain not being full doesn't register for you. I see. Okay. Hmm. I can see that. We can just make it full again.
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's duplicate. So again, one of the things that I do when I'm playing with it, I will keep the old thing and duplicate it so that if you don't like the new thing, you still have the old thing. You haven't gotten rid of it to try something new.
Right.
uh, so yeah, the
That's
and I will explain why I shortened it. Um, so having the brain full um, is for this instance, it's too much. Like it's too tall. It doesn't fit in that space very well. Um, so my thought was, what if we cut it off? Um, let's see. Come here, line. There you are. And I'll show you what I mean. So this here, to make this fit in the kind of box structure that we have and to keep the spacing, AI would have to grow. Um, I do not advise having more than 2 font sizes in very much of anything. Every now and then you can, but especially when you're trying to create some sort of a brand structure, I wouldn't make AI a different size than Creative Builders and Hub. It just doesn't
mhm.
visually work necessarily. So that's why I did that. I just cut this off instead. Um, yeah.
That's good. That's good. No, it looks really good. Yeah, it kind of simulates to what we had before, but we are open to maybe it doesn't have to be tied to a brain, right? And I was checking the chats as well. It looks like Moz has some really good concepts for us that I like to share with you to see if those would kind of fit with like the brand that we're looking for. Let me see
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
here. Yeah, I just he sent me a message on LinkedIn, so I'm just trying to download them
Oh,
and
I
share
see.
them with you. Yeah, Um, let me upload them directly to you here on school. 1 second.
I say not to do 3 sizes, and I've done 3 sizes.
Yeah. You violate your own rules. No.
I do. Well, I do, and I violate a lot of design rules, because I play with my designs, right? Um,
Mhm.
and, like, I would argue that this works because it's not the same direction as the rest of the fonts.
Right.
Um,
Mhm, mhm.
that's why that's bugging
Ye
me. So this is bothering me because it's 2 different sizes. Not a lot,
right.
but a little bit.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So I'll
And
make
some
it.
thoughts on that too. It's like, I'll have some courses that have really long, lengthy text, so I'm not sure they would I mean, you'd be able to scale them, right? You'd be able to scale them to shorten the height of the font so that we can fit the whole entire text inside of the bookends, if you will. But maybe it's good enough for just having the text itself just kind of show itself,
Well,
kind of
that
express it.
and, like, you can take your titles, now that you have some sort of a template, and run them through AI and say, "Hey, I'd like each of these titles to be 2 words, roughly the same length each word."
Mhm.
And give it your
That
title
would
and have it do that for you, and then, a title doesn't have to describe the entire course, right? Like, you just give
no,
a
for sure.
title that's basically what it's about, and then in your description, you have a more lengthy, like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna be talking about in start here."
Yeah. Cool. No, I like that. I love that. I mean, that's the best way to go, honestly. Um, I think this is really good stuff. So I guess like if I wanted to brand my or our community here, to just kind of give those image depictions on each of the courses that we have.
Mhm.
Like I mentioned to you before, yeah, we have I just released this yesterday for our community, but we have level up courses now. So maybe there are a couple of courses where we go start here and we want to share an emblem of hey, we started as like as a novice person, and
Mhm.
we could call him the newbie bot. Maybe I could share some prompts with the AI directly and say, "Hey, I like to get some kind of emblem, or maybe even a full depiction image of simulating that this is our start here moment. This is where all the novices and all the new bots kind of come in and just start to introduce themselves to level up to the next level." So
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I was very inspired by the the depictions and the creations he did for Blue Mojo for his community,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
that
kind of
was
want to
fun.
I kind of want to simulate that in here as well. But this is more of like a semi-professional kind of allowing people to express themselves as well, allowing to have them some fun and to be a part of something that's really, really meaningful to them. Um,
Definitely, yeah.
yeah. So definitely want to keep it neutral to that. But I honestly like what you're trying to do here, trying to twist the brain sideways and see if that looks pretty good.
Well, it doesn't look very brainy.
Yeah. I
It's not quite. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
But
doing it.
actually, just to elaborate more for the folks here. So, if you're a community owner yourself, I've noticed this with my community or our community that we just started 2 weeks ago, and it's grown so fast that it's unbelievable. But we actually didn't even rank on school until like the third or fourth day, and we were like around the 1700s. And that's mainly because school likes to have really engaging and very valuable content to be displayed in the about page and the course content all throughout your postings as soon as you engage with your members. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is I did want to revamp the community to kind of enlighten ourselves a little bit, share our image through these graphic designs here. And Delancey is doing such a great job with that. I think Delancey, you were able to rank within 1 day of creating a community just by having your
Uh-huh.
images displayed.
I was
That
ranked
is,
the first time I checked the discovery tab, I was ranked for 70 or something like that.
and
And then later on in my first day, I was 333, um,
that's crazy.
in the
That is
rankings.
insane. Yeah, that is insane.
It's
Um,
literally just visuals, and when I set up the community, I, posted in each of my I'll show you. So I as soon as I set up the community, I set up the classroom, and I had, start here, become an apprentice, and disciple essentials, I think. Um, and then in these tabs I created, I posted once in each one to explain what that area is for. So anybody who clicks on one of the tabs is like, "Oh, okay, this is what I do here." Um,
mhm.
and I was, like, immediately ranked. But I think it's the visuals,
That's
and I
cool.
think it's having a post in each of your things. I have fallen down the ranks because my community is so small right now. Nobody's like people are starting to interact, but it was only me for a minute. Um, and
Sure.
it's designed to have more than one person interacting
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
because it is a community. It's not just like your Facebook page. Um,
Yeah. Right.
so yeah.
No,
Um,
that's cool though. No, that's really cool because it's like, yeah, I know your community will grow too. I mean, majority of members here are already joined into your community, and they're really
yeah.
intrigued about what you have in store for everyone. But yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm
401
excited.
within that's awesome. Yeah, just within how long have you been on school now? Your community, like
I'm
what,
gonna
three,
say
4 days?
5 days. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
5 days. Not
I
very
mean,
long. Um,
not very
but
long, but
yeah.
that, yeah, it's definitely going to grow from here for sure. Um, No, that's what we like to do. I mean, currently right now, this community here is ranked 133 from what I saw this morning in tech.
Nice.
Yeah. And hopefully these designs here, they'll definitely kind of boost us up a little bit. But I really do appreciate the insight that you have for everyone. about making sure that you have content in all of your categories, because I
Yes,
do want to make
yes.
sure that
Have
for
content
this
and
community
have
as well.
images.
Yeah,
It wants to be very
absolutely,
visual.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we're just kind of fiddling around, and I guess how you want to share these designs with me, Delancey, you probably just
Mhm.
show me or you probably just share the canvas with the Canva. I don't want to say canvas, even though you're
It is
operating off a
Canva. I
canvas.
will send you the
It's
Canva.
Canva.
I'll send you the template.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But sorry, I'm just playing with, I wanna know because I'm still the comment that it, doesn't quite look like a brain. I'm wondering if we had a brain like the little bloop 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 spot, whatever
Yeah.
that's called.
Yeah.
Um, I don't remember what it's called, like the brain stem or whatever. Um, I'm wondering if that were in here, if it would, fix it. Why can't I make that empty? I would like no color. Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. Well, it's like, it looks like they've recently just moved everything. There's my shape. Good grief. Okay, that. I want that. Um, there it is. There it is. Okay. I'm just making my own brainstem right now. Is she telling me amygdala? I don't know, maybe. That is too round. Is that too big?
No, no. Um, so if you make it more square, increase the thickness of it. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a good touch.
Does it look more
Love.
brainy now?
I I want to say yes. I mean, because it's like if you literally take one of the sides of the brain out, you just said it. It's more of a cloud. You could like literally
Yeah.
turn it sideways, it'll be a cloud. Which honestly, I mean, we could test out and fiddle and see if that works too. You know,
Melissa
just take
has a
one.
thought.
Yeah.
What if you split the brain up like you have that top part there and you just took the bottom half of that brain and put it underneath? So the words are in the middle of the brain, across
I
the
mean,
middle.
that would look pretty cool
Do
too,
you see what I'm
right?
saying? Like you clip the top part, like just like you have it, but then you clip that bottom part and put it underneath the words.
Yeah.
You might have to shorten it up a little bit, but I mean, that looks more like a brain to me. I mean, I'm a nurse though, so I think I'm skewed.
Yeah.
I mean, I just do. I think when I see the brain, I just expect to see the whole brain. And when I see it that
I
way,
see.
it looks like lungs to me.
I see.
But that's just me. That's just me.
No, that's. I'm glad you're in here. I'm glad you're in here to pitch in, actually. No, that's actually really good right there. That's actually a better depiction of a brain,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, like I said, we could keep continuing to design this, and it would be really cool for us to collaborate. I'm not sure if you want to do a follow-up schedule call, or I mean, I think me and Delancey will probably work offline to kind of finish this design. But I will definitely share our prompts that we use to create these images, particularly with ChatGPT and then also with Whisk. And everyone here can possibly try to create their own image of what we like to use to rebrand the AI creative builder. So I think that would be a really cool idea. Um, no, I do like that concept. And I do appreciate you bringing that up, Melissa, because that does look more like a brain to me. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to, I mean, I didn't want to interrupt y'all's creativity process, but I was just like,
No,
oh my
not at
gosh,
all.
it doesn't look like a brain anymore. Like it looked so much like a brain at the beginning. And then once it got chopped off, I was just like, ooh, it's not a brain anymore.
Yeah.
That, but yeah. I was a
That's
neuro
cool.
nurse on top of that for a while. So
Oh my goodness. I can't imagine a lot of work that you do, honestly.
yeah.
Oh, this is great. This is really cool. Does anyone here have any questions or anything that they'd like to share for
Oh,
Delancey?
you can't hear me. I'm over here like talking and carrying on and nobody can hear anything.
I do that
Um,
too. I'll admit.
you're fine. From a design standpoint, this is too busy. Um, so I wouldn't put something under it. If we did anything, it would be the whole brain on top. Um,
Okay.
ideally, ideally we go in to AI again and ask it to simplify this, and we get something um, with a G. No, AI brain. We get something closer to lines like this, because this will be easily distinguishable from back here. Whereas
Mm,
from back here, this is nothing. Like it's just a big, it looks like a mushroom. Um,
mhm.
so like that's the end goal for the logo is these lines need to depict what they're depicting, look like a brain, and at the same time be like thick enough to be seen up here in like right there.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I do like the initial thought of cutting, like having half of the brain underneath or whatever. But since the like if this was just AI hub without creative builders, that would be fine. But since we have 4 words and the words have to get kind of small, if you add more line work underneath, it gets too complicated visually. Does that make sense?
No, I totally understand that. Because this is the design of the logo, so it would kind of unevenly distribute the text that would fall underneath the cutoff frame, right? And if we were to add that extra, I guess, extra piece that's missing right now to the bottom, it would just, yeah, it just wouldn't look so evenly from a visual standpoint.
Yeah, well, like so like her idea, Melissa's idea is solid. Like that's a good idea. It will make it look like a brain. It just doesn't quite work with all of the wording that you have.
I see.
So, if this were Melissa's brand and she wanted it to look more like a brain, then we'd be like, yes, let's just do a whole nother brain. Let's just do a whole nother brain and make it look like a brain, and just put it up top, right? And we could even
Mhm.
like do a whole nother brain and put it in a circle up top. Like you could totally do that. Um, but yeah, I when we get off this call, I'll definitely like um come in AI prompt with you and help you find something that's got the line work that we're looking for. Um,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
because
this will look so much better once you have line work that you can see from far away.
So the brain's too
absolutely.
busy.
The
Your brain
brain's
is,
too busy. The brain right this second, the brain's too busy.
yeah.
I'm just using it because, we want to get through this without spending an hour and a half trying to find, the exact right line work. Like
Mhm.
he can do that. He can do that after the call. We don't need everybody on here for it.
Sure.
Right.
Um, so right this second, the brain's too busy.
Mhm.
Um, Especially if you cut it in half and put words in the middle, it's just gonna be nobody's gonna read it. I mean, you will if you sit there and, like, stare at it for a second, but nobody's gonna come up to it and be like, "Oh, AI Creative Builders Hub." It's gonna
Hmm.
be a blurb of lines
I see what you're
that you
saying
have
at
to
that little tiny dot, like in your top line of your computer. That would be
Uh-huh.
really, really hard for me to see
Yeah,
that that was a brain if that was up there.
Right,
yeah,
exactly, exactly.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if he does something like this, he's not gonna want his full logo because he's got too many words. He's gonna want
Mm,
just the brain or just the brain and AI hub in that
Mhm.
little circle because
Yeah.
you want it to be distinguishable and you want to be able to read everything that you put in there. So in mine, it's just a medallion. Like maybe one day everybody will see that medallion and be like, "Oh, I know her."
Hmm.
But I'm
Hmm.
not going to put a bunch of words in here cuz you can't read it.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's perfect for branding. Yeah, you just like, said exactly
Right.
that. Yeah, I want
Exactly.
to have people come into the community, they see our emblem maybe in the discovery page or maybe even outside of school, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of this community quite a lot," and now it'll come later in time. But yeah, if people can have that imagery to see the emblem itself or the logo without the text embedded, and they know that this is AI creative builder stuff, that would be perfect. Yeah, it is kind of difficult right now to put the text in there. They kind of
Yeah,
resemble that, especially with this drawing. So we'll definitely need to provide another prompt to see if we can give it like a more clear and contextual picture that we want to line out for our
for
logo
sure,
here.
yeah. Well, and it can definitely be done, and we'll definitely refine it, and then we'll post in both of our pages
Ah,
what it is that we actually landed on, and we'll do we put the prompt in there too. Um,
what?
but I just don't want to
Absolutely.
spend I don't want to spend all of our time on it.
No, this is
um,
cool. This is
but
cool. Yeah.
yeah, but again, like you got to play with it. You got to play with
Mhm.
it and see what works and see what doesn't work. And if for any reason you're looking at it and you're like, I'm not sure, maybe something's off. Like, check your sizes. Like, this hurt me for whatever reason. And it was because the sizes, like, this was, I don't know, 86.4 and this was 87.2, or just something like it was ever so slightly off and it just felt weird. So just check your stuff and see what's off, or check your alignment and see what's working and what's not. Or walk away and come back. Like one of the
Mhm.
things that I have to do all the time because I've been staring at something for 3 hours or whatever is walk away, do something completely different, and then come back to it and I'll be like, "Oh, that's what that is." Especially on like visual art, like if I'm painting something or if I'm drawing something and it's just been way too long, you have to go away and come back. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
so yeah.
No, same thing with programming too. I mean, it's like someone could stare at a computer screen for 10 hours on not understanding why this little thing won't work in a computer program. And then they take maybe 10 to 15 minutes away from the computer and then they just sparks in their head. It's like, oh, now I see.
Oh, that's why.
After
Yeah.
just turning
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
around and walking away from it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that and that goes with utilizing AI as well. Maybe the prompts that you give it and you're trying to refine them are not working as intended. But just taking that little break, just like what Delancey said. Just give it a little thought as you're like going on a walk or getting away, drink some coffee. It'll just come to mind. It'll come to mind at the right time. So
Yeah, or ask somebody,
you
like,
do that too. Yeah,
show
we have a
somebody your
community for that.
logo and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Melissa, what does this look like?" And then she'll be like, "Ah, it looks like a cloud." And then you're like, that's not what we're going for. Maybe we try something else."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That is perfect. You just inspired us to do the post now. No, that's
but yeah,
really
we're pretty done
really
on time. Like we've gone to 2. Does anybody else have any more questions before
I just
we
have
like
one really quick question. It'll probably be so simple. When you were making the start was one box, the here was another box, and the AI and the hub were other boxes. How did you get them all in one box so you could move the whole thing at one time? I know how to do all the boxes, but I can never get them to move together.
Yeah. So I'm clicking somewhere else. Can you see enough?
Uh-huh.
So you click and you drag, and you see all the little purple boxes that are coming
Yep.
up. That
Yep.
makes it one
That
thing.
puts
You
all of
can
it together.
either group with this button.
Okay.
I use the keyboard shortcuts for just about everything, and I've got a Windows, so it's Control G for me.
Okay.
Is why you didn't see me click the group button. So I
Gotcha.
Control G, and then it becomes one box, and then you
Perfect.
can like resize it or
Well,
whatever
that
you want.
makes everything so much simpler.
Mhm,
Oh
and
my
then you
gosh.
can there's ungroup when you're done or
Mhm.
control shift G when you're,
Okay.
doing that.
I think I
Um,
figured that out before, but I forgot it somewhere along the way, and so it's just horrific to try to manage each and every little box, and I mean, it's just
yeah.
ridiculous, so
No, that's
I
a
noticed
nightmare.
you did
That's
that earlier, and I was like, "Okay, I need to find out how she did that."
yeah, so
Thank
on
you.
things like so I will show you and this is a shortcut that I do. I don't know that everybody does this, but, um, so where is one of them? Why do you do that? Okay, this. That one's difficult to see. Here we go. This one's easy to see. So you see how my hair is going like
Yep.
in and out of
Mhm.
this? It's because this I am multiple boxes. So this is my hair. I just copied and pasted. This is my hair. This is another box. Oh no, that's the glitter.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but there's a couple boxes of hair in here. And I've gone in and like erased part of it so you
Gotcha.
can't see
Okay.
it. And then I've cropped myself out of it, so it's only my hair that's showing here. So if I group this, it will bring all of it to the front or send all of it to the back. And I don't
Okay.
want that because I want this hair in front of the R, but not, you know,
Mhm.
I don't want all of me in front of the word here.
Okay.
So I can't group it. So if I want to move it, I have to select all of the pieces and move them.
Okay.
So
Yeah, neat.
if you do something like that, don't group it because
Okay.
it won't work the way you want it to.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and everyone here, you can follow Delancey's community, as you already saw, cult creativity. Don't worry, it's not a cult, but it's a very
Or
fun,
is it?
engaging, or is it? That's okay. We're all AI bots here. We don't understand. But no, she has a really cool community. I really enjoy her time to come on here and just kind of give a little bit about Canva and try to rebrand our community here as we look to kind of expand it. I guess does anyone else have any questions for um, Delancey or even for me in regards to everything that we've done so far?
Blue says it's not a cult.
Yeah. Wait, you just negated a negate.
Perfect.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, yeah, you did Blue Mojo. Alrighty. Well, I guess that settles it. Yeah, like I said, we'll have this recording up, and we'll share the prompts as well, to kind of show what we did and create our emblem or our logo so that we could use on Canva. But I'll just give everyone 10, 12 minutes back at their time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks,
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
thanks
you
guys.
everyone for
guys. Thanks for
joining in.
joining.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank y'all. Have a good
Thanks.
one. Okay.
I love the reactions. They make
Yeah,
me
I
so
know.
happy.
Yeah.